This is a roll-around assembly cart, and it is the ultimate space saver. Because not only does it serve as an assembly table with T-tracks, and it's on casters so that you can move it around, but it also has this tandem door system where you can hang all sorts of stuff, and also it's got this cubby organization to fit 20 of these shoebox storage containers. Not only that, we turn this guy around, and you've got even more vertical storage. And when I'm all through with it, I just tuck it back under this permanent workbench. Let's make something cool. So here's the problem I'm having. As long as I can remember, I've been using shoeboxes as an organizational tool, and I love it. I absolutely love having everything organized, tucked away in boxes where I know they are, and I can take these boxes, so if I'm doing a plumbing job, I take all my plumbing parts, take it out, take it over to the sink I'm working on. It's great. But here's the problem. If I want something that's all the way down here, I gotta take them all out. I gotta get this one that's unburied. It's a pain in the butt. So I've always wanted to do some sort of cubby system where I could just take them out wherever they are and then put them back very easily without having to deal with the other bins. But I figure while we're at it, let's turn it into a cart. And then while we're at that, just let's turn this into an organizational beast. So this thing is gonna pull double, triple, quadruple duty. Now, I'm not going to bore you with me cutting a bunch of pieces of plywood, but I do have all of my plywood pieces cut to size and ready to go. Now, there are 6 pieces altogether, and of course, there will be plans and dimensions available in the link below, along with cut diagrams and everything. And while I'm here making my pocket holes, it's a great idea to sand everything down and make my layout lines. These things are all harder to do when everything's assembled. Alright, as you can see, I've done a quick dry fit before we put this together. Make sure that everything fits great. But before I assemble this, and because this is a frameless cabinet, I want to lay down some iron-on laminate along these 3 edges. Going to assemble the case now, and again, we are gonna keep this so super simple, so no dados, no rabbits, just simple butt joints with pocket holes. So right now, this is the bottom, this is the side. Before I put the other side on though, I want to put this partition in first. And this is essentially the back, but it's more of a partition. That way when I attach the side, it's gonna be so much easier to glue up. And since I preemptively put these layout lines in, it's going to be very easy for me to locate this partition. I know this looks like this should be the bottom, but it's the back. Now, you can install that I figure while the case is down here, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the wheels on. Now these are all swivel wheels and they all have locks on them, which I think is imperative for an assembly cart. These particular wheels, I think, raise it like 4 1/4 inches off the ground, but they hold a lot of weight, and I have the base placed 1 1/4 inches on each side. This will give it plenty of stability, but still allow me to push down on the lock pedals. case is made. Got our awesome space over here where we're gonna put our dividers and our doors, and we even got our nice, really cool secret space back here. So let's go work on that top. Now I'm going to glue 2 pieces of 3/4 inch plywood together for the top. Now usually when I do this, gluing 2 pieces of, laminating a top and gluing 2 pieces of 3/4 together, I usually do it with MDF. But since I'm using the T-track system, I was told that it's better to do plywood because the screws, when you put clamping pressure on them that's going to pull up on the T-tracks, they're just going to want to tear right out of the MDF. So that's why I'm using plywood today. But what I've done first here is I've drilled holes every 5 to 6 inches apart. So that way, after we're done with our glue up and we sandwich the 2 together, we can screw them together with 1.25 inch screws. Now, for the top, I am going to laminate it with some formica. I think having a surface like formica is going to be fantastic for scraping glue off. It's very durable, so this is going to be great for an assembly table. But you know how contact cement works. Roll it on both surfaces, wait for about 15 minutes until it gets tacky, then you can go ahead and lay the surfaces together. But for big projects like this, definitely put some spacers in there so that you can line it up first, because once these surfaces make contact, that's it. Then after that, trim the edges with a flush trim bit. Alright, I've got my dado stack all chucked up in here. I've ran a few test pieces to dial in both the width and the height, so we can fit in our T-track nice and snug, but not too snug. And since we're running such a big, heavy piece, I've got my outfeed roller stationed over here at the end of the table. Please don't run something heavy like this and big and awkward without some sort of outfeed situation or system. All right, gonna run this 4 times. I've got the fence set 4 inches away from this edge of the blade. Let's go to it. I hate that outfeed roller so much. I think the next video is going to be making an outfeed table, a proper outfeed table for sure. That's better. Now before I cut up and install the T-track sections, I want to install these little intersection inserts that Rockler has. They're really cool because you can intersect 2 tracks and it allows you to insert and remove your hold downs at those intersections instead of going all the way across, taking it out, or coming all the way to the end and taking it out. It's really cool. I gotta tell you, I am really excited about using this assembly table because it's not a bad size. It's not huge, but it's not small either. And my favorite part is that it's much lower to the ground. Now when I'm doing cabinetry and drilling things in at the top, it's not gonna be so high, and I'm not gonna have to get a stool like I usually do. Short people problems. So now let's move on to the slats for the divider. And yeah, I've already cut the slats pieces anyway. Because I was working with a 4 foot by 8 foot sheet of thin plywood all alone on my table saw. It was too dangerous for me to film, so I just cut them up the safest and best way you can. I've got 4 longer pieces and 3 short pieces. So now we've got to cut the grooves. And we're probably going to do that safely with the router. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that was not fun. Alright, now I am ready to cut the doors. I got all my stiles and rails cut, and now I'm ready to run the grooves, the tongue in the grooves. For the most part, these parts are all the same, except for the rails. There are 2 sets of rails that are shorter than the other set because the inner doors are just a little less wide than the outer doors. Other than that, we're doing 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch tongue and grooves. Check this out. The assembly table is already becoming very useful. I'm doing solid panels on the 2 front doors because I hate pegboard. But I am going to put pegboard on the back of this door so we don't lose any storage. Alright, just 3 more to go. And like I said, I do not like pegboard, so this is going to be my front. and I just made a piece that was like 3/4 of an inch bigger around all 4 sides and just attached it. So now I can still get my tool hanging space. But in the plans, it is going to be depicted as 4 doors with pegboard panels. Guys, check this out. Honestly, this is, hands down, this is probably one of my favorite projects to date. It really is. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because this is something I've been meaning to do for so long, but I mean, just look at how much storage space that we are utilizing. And these hinges are so cool. And now I can get at any box I want. Any box, anytime I want, without having to take 3 or 4 of them off just to get to the bottom one. This is crazy. And again, just in the spirit of utilizing space, I can pull this sucker out real easy and use it as an assembly table. And I love the height of this assembly table. I guess I didn't realize how much a proper assembly table should be a little bit lower to the ground. And of course, if I want some hold downs, I can get all sorts of different accessories for this thing, but I got this guy. I can put these guys down wherever I want. It's crazy. And then when I'm not using them, they go here, gets tucked away. Oh, and again, our nice little secret storage area for even more stuff to hang. I mean, so if you guys are interested in plans for this project, there's going to be a link in the description below. If you end up building this project, I promise you will not regret it. So be present, be kind, and do your part.